Welcome to ATI Pro Media Saturday edition. We got to get some more material out to you. Yesterday's USDA report was so busy that we didn't have time to produce premium content, but we're doing it today, Saturday, and I'll get you a bonus one Sunday. That'll make up for not getting it to you Friday. So, as you know, we had a USDA report and there was a lot of price action. I can think of no one better bringing the show than the one and only PJ. PJ in his basement, like Scott Shaladay always says to me, PJ Quaid in his mom's basement, Tommy Grisafi in his mom's basement, yelling, Mom, the meatloaf. USDA report yesterday, everyone's pissed off. It came out 5 to 6 minutes late. I don't understand what that was. Then, when we do get the news, they bomb us with some more acres. So we go up to 91.47 million acres of corn, big number in beans. 80, smaller number in beans. I apologize. Corn markets tank, and people aren't going to be happy with that. So PJ, you are a broker in all the options pits. The pits are gone, so you sit in front of 6 screens and click orders. Nobody has a better idea of what's going on in corn options, and bean options, and wheat options than you. Tell us what happened a day leading into the report, what happened on the report, and then you had some amazing statistics about more wheat trading than beans, volatility, and some other stuff. So the stage is yours. I'll jump back on so you don't feel like you are by yourself. PJ Quaid.
Hey, well, yesterday was crazy. More corn futures traded yesterday than sorry, take that back. Yesterday was the highest volume corn futures day since the Ukraine invasion of February of 2022. So it was a huge day. 860,000 futures. It's pretty big. I know it's first notice day for July, but most of the July has been taken care of. The open interest has dwindled down to very little. More wheat futures traded than bean futures. 400,000 wheat futures to about 350 bean futures. The complex is, similar. You had like 175 meal and 150 oil traded. Corn options over 500,000 total corn options traded. That's talking about weekly, short-dated weekly, short-dated CSOs. Over 500,000 options traded yesterday. The number is a tad bit misleading because on these big moves, you have a lot of rolls where people are long a put and they'll roll it down as the market goes. And when the market gets rolling like that, sometimes you roll things a few times.
We at Advanced Trading did a big roll. We rolled D's 480s to what, 460s?
Down to 450s, I think you're long to get down to the 450s.
Did, yeah.
Yep. And then even the 20-cent strike rolls, the 15 cents, the 480 to 460. And then there's an entity out there that does the 450 down to 420. So that was a big one. They sell that one at 20 cents. So those spreads all hit yesterday. Calls, call values were kind of hit pretty good. So yesterday, according to the CVOL index that the CME puts out, corn vol was down 5.51%. Huge break. Volatility was down across the board. And of course, if you're out there, like what's going to hurt the corn market, it's going to be weather. Weather's going to hurt the market if that number came in low, then the acres number came in below the lowest estimate, then weather would be crazy. And they put so much weather premium into this market. But since they came in higher than the highest estimate, the weather premium then dwindles too. So not only have a two-prong effect where you have the flat price break,
because we could afford to have a few million acres flood, for example, like Minnesota, South Dakota. I think I saw a picture this morning that road on 29 was flooded by Omaha, like flooded, but whatever. It's horrible if it's you, but a lot of the crop's okay in America.
Yeah, and that's the thing is these farmers are just too good at their job. And
ring the bell.
Back in May, about May 20th is when the high for the Bloomberg Commodity Index for the year came out. Okay, and around that time, they were talking about multiple rate cuts. Everything's going to be cut. Bostic threw a wet blanket on it. And if you look at the corn chart, that's when the corn tried to make a high. We got to like 467, 468-ish. And then that's when that rally stalled too. The high print for the year, I've said this many times, it was the first 10 seconds, the first 10 seconds of trade on January 2nd. The funds have had their foot on the neck of this market since the opening bell. And they've been really hammering it. So it's if you were disciplined and you put on protection, you can sleep. There are a lot of people out there that are still looking to price their grain. And then on the flip side of it, you have people that are involved in the OTC markets that now we're at the knockout level where now they're going to find out that, they don't have anything sold. And now they're going to have to revisit their OTC agreement. So
On the accumulators,
Yes.
right? You have your double ups and your knockouts, and you're stating that a lot of people got knocked out.
Well, I was told there's some knockouts, we're close to the level for a lot of these ones, a lot of people that priced them. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the next few months. And, I feel for people that didn't have their risk, handled for them.
Yeah, absolutely. The people keep comparing analogs. This 2024 versus what 2013, 2014. I could pop some of those up. I could show people on the Monday live stream, but a lot of analogs. Everyone's always looking for this year. Seems a lot like that year. We could still have a weather rally, right?
We can. Every year is different, so you can't I know history repeats itself, but you can't because I know going into the report yesterday, everyone's saying the funds are this short. We've always rallied, and I agree. If that number would have been neutral yesterday, we would have rallied off of it. I think because of the way the funds were positioned, but every year is different. There's a research group out there that puts out these historicals, all the live cattle spreads that people have put on based on the historicals from years past. They're all stopped out or they're meeting margin calls. So every year is tough, and it's you have to it's not easy, and just you have to take care of your risk. So the thing about this year that's different from all the other years is the insurance rate. Everyone thought was going to be low when it was set in February. Now I'm sure everyone would love to have that rate back, or have that market back.
Right. Hey, this is
Where
where
it's gonna go.
insurance is. Once we have that huge rally, we need to sell. The short covering rally we had a few months ago, it was a doozy too. The thing I kept saying on all the stations was, where the hell would corn be if wheat didn't rally $1.70? And now we know $4 futures, because wheat's given back the whole entire rally.
You had people on your show before that said they thought that corn was going to have a 3 in front of it. I forgot. I was on this several months ago or several weeks ago, and the guy I was
On
talking with,
RFD TV, like when
I'm
I was
pretty sure.
hosting,
Yep.
like
Yeah. No.
Carly
No.
Garner or someone,
No.
or
No. No. No.
or
No. On
ATI
this
Pro Media.
ATI Pro Media.
Oh well,
Someone said that they had. I think maybe Paul or Nathan in your office said that they thought there was a 3 handle without something. I forgot what.
oh, that was probably Nathan Mangold. Yeah,
Yeah.
when Connor Bridgman and I did that interview down
Yeah.
at the office. Yeah, no, yeah, and I might have said that cash corn in North Dakota was starting to have a 3 handle in it. Now cash corn in North Dakota for fall delivery is 350. You may be
353.
talking 299
353.
cash corn, right? Yeah, that's
And
kicking the
in South
pants.
Dakota right now, that's what I was talking to a guy yesterday. 353
Yeah,
in South Dakota.
yeah, there's tough numbers. Now you and I are old. I don't know, how old are you, Pat? I'm
Uh,
52. I had a birthday this week.
Oh, dude, my birthday's coming up. I was very sad because I'm 40. I don't even know. I'm 47. For the whole year, I thought I was 46.
See, there you go.
And then I found out my brother's turning 50. I'm like, wait a minute, if he's turning 50, so
You're off. Yeah. So what we're trying to say is we are real close to having 100 years of life combined on this planet, and you and I have spent a ton of time in those. I spent a lot more time on the screen. I spent a lot of time in the pits, but not as much as you think, because I went upstairs really early and adapted to electronic trading. But we've spent a lot of time trading $3 corn.
yeah. I used to tell these stories, they're not anecdotal, but with 30 days out, the 220 straddle every month would hit 220, 220, 220, 220. And then once, if we knew if 30 days out, the straddle is above 10 cents, that we might move. So now the straddle is 10 cents, a week before. So 220 was where we always lived for forever. So it was when we got to $3, it was different. And then it was 2005 is when it took off. It's when the ethanol stuff started and the
Yeah,
market started to rally. But we
there's some
lived,
change in government policies too.
yeah.
Well, we'll
But
see. Okay, this is a nice little conversation. Overall, huge volume in corn.
yeah,
Any big players and any strikes?
kind of went out the window after the number. There was leading up to the number. There was a lot of neutral to bearish stuff being priced through corn. But I will say this: people were getting not careless, but a lot of stuff they put on, they'd had that put kicker to sell on the bottom to finance the call spreads. Now those have come to roost. So you sold the 430 put, now it's 20 cents in the money. So that's something that you have to deal with now, and you're going to see
Right.
a lot of that break that's dealing with stuff like that, and people taking care of that negative gamma. So as we break, people get shorter or longer, and they have to sell futures to get to position.
I felt like when we traded from down 18 to down 22, 23, that was that.
Well, it could be that, but I'm saying a lot of people are short puts against bullish spreads, and then when they sold it, they're like, "I'd love to be long corner at 430." Well, not
they're long it, right?
Not when it's trading 420 or 415.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
That's another thing. And there's ratio put spreads where people would buy one and sell two. Those have popped to life. So now we're going to get to the point where now they're going to lose money if we keep going lower on that strategy. So we're close to it. There's a lot of 450, 425 spreads that were traded in SEP and August, and now those are in the money. So if corn keeps going lower and it gets below $4, that's a losing trade, so.
Interesting. Do we dare talk politics? Do we dare on a Saturday talk politics?
What do you got?
That debate was horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch it. I just watched the clips, but
I watched every minute of it.
I really don't know that President Biden is physically.
Well, I will say this. He went to the Waffle House later on that night. He was a little better. His speech in North Carolina the next day was a little bit better. I'd be afraid of moving forward. And we're not the only two. The New York Times. I watched all these shows. I watched CNN after it. They were all.
Yeah, CNN threw him under the bus.
Yep. So the Washington Post. Not the Washington Post. New York Times. Countless people are saying that something has to be done. I feel vulnerable having him as our leader till November. So
he's just older. It's nothing personal. I want the president of the United States. I didn't vote for him, but I want the president of the United States to be awesome. I want the United States to be awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't feel
George
awesome
Bush
that night.
George Bush throwing that strike at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
Barack Obama was, he was in always great shape. It'd be nice to have a guy that's 20 years ago, this guy was our president, seeing him now, mind you, whoever wins this election is going to be a lame duck. So it's going to be tough no matter what. So all the stuff they're saying right now, very shallow because it's very hard to get done unless they get the House and the Senate. They're both lame ducks. So, in either of them, based on the way they look, we're probably going to be around 10 years from now. So Obama and Bush are going to be around for probably another 20 to 30 years. So I don't know. I just think, a lot more energy and just, I just wish the country went that route instead of the, 80 and above route. But
yeah. Well, I'm down in Nashville right now, and I'm going to a concert with my kids tonight. And we were out in Nashville last night, and I could tell you the American economy in Nashville is popping. I mean, the amount of money being thrown around. There was a line 10 blocks long to get into Morgan Wallen's bar. Most people are only half dressed. That's just how they roll down here. But America, when you're in Nashville, feels like it's doing well. You and I, we got to keep all our clothes on. Oh, we lost PJ. Well, we might have lost PJ. That's no problem. All right. Anyway, we were going to end it, but I did want to talk politics a little bit there with him because he's a Chicago boy, and we like our politics in Chicago. All right. Today is Saturday, ATI Pro Media Premium subscriber edition. Disappointing report in the fact that corn went down so much that hurt. And with that, we will see you on Sunday. I'll record something again and get it out to you. And I want everyone to have a great weekend. If you need anything, give us a call, give us a text, and I'll get the piece I was supposed to send to you Friday will be a bonus piece on Sunday. And we're going to figure out where all these acres came from. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Hi, I'm Gina Grisafi. Thank you for subscribing to ATI Pro Media Premium content. If you have any questions or comments, please give us a call at 1-855-737-FARM. We'll see you next time.